This guide will walk you through the process of creating activities, persons, and animals in PetLogix. The Activities module is one of the most utilized modules within the PetLogix software. Users will likely find that they rarely need to navigate away from the module since most of their data entry takes place here. The module is designed to flow like one would expect with a call for service that would include an overview, incident location, complainant, offender, additional persons, animals involved, specific call details, associated photos, internal notes, etc. It's important to note that an activity represents an initial call for service. Users should not reopen completed activities for a new, unrelated call for service. A new activity should be created for each new call for service. If an activity is not able to be completed on the initial visit, users may continue to use the same activity to document subsequent visits by adding a new response in the Call Response Details panel. More on this later in this video. Click Activity in the top ribbon menu. Click Create Activity New from the left navigation menu. From the drop-down, choose the source of the call for service. If the officer that will be responding is already known, select Assigned. Otherwise, select the appropriate option for the situation. The priority of the call indicates the response time expected is set by your agency. Select the appropriate response urgency level. The activity type represents the nature of the call for service generally. Choose the appropriate activity type. The activity subtype helps to more specifically categorize the type of call. This field is dependent on the activity type selected. Choose the appropriate activity subtype. The zone field represents the geographical area an activity is located. Select the area based on the incident location. This text area is used to document any information relevant to the call for service that may be useful to the user. It will usually contain details related to the specific incident being investigated. Enter any additional call for service notes here. It is extremely important that activities contain correct and valid address information. Incorrect addresses can lead to delays in responses, inaccurate mapping information, and statistical errors. For this reason, PetLogix uses a feature that allows users to begin typing an address and, in doing so, will provide options for the user to select. This not only provides your system's database with correct information, it also allows for faster data entry for the user. The only field that users should enter information into is the Address Autocomplete field. Begin typing the address. As the system recognizes the address, it will provide the user with options available to choose from. Once the correct address appears, select the address, and the fields in the Incident Location panel will populate. Once saved, a map showing the location will appear. To search for or create a person, click the arrow button to the right of the Person field. This will open a pop-up window that will allow users to search for a person. It is important that users always search for a person before creating a new profile. This prevents unnecessary duplication of records. You should utilize only one or two of the fields available to search at a time. Using numerous fields will narrow the results but may also prevent you from locating the correct record. Start broad, then narrow your search if needed. Enter a first and/or last name to search. You can also search by using the phone number or other available fields. Initiate a search by clicking Search. If the correct record is located, click on the name of the person and the pop-up window will disappear and the information will be inserted into the activity. If the correct record is unable to be located, you will need to create the Select Create Person option, which will open a pop-up window. Enter the first and last name of the caller. Begin typing the address. As the system recognizes the address, it will provide you with options available to choose from. Once the address appears, select the address and the fields will populate. Enter the caller's phone number if provided. Click Save to record the entered information. The newly created person should now appear in the list. Click on their name to close the window. This will auto-populate the required fields in the activity report. If known, you can enter the animal details prior to responding to the activity. For purposes of this training, we're going to assume that you are already aware of the animal's identity. This process will be the same as it was for creating a person. Click the arrow to begin a search or to create an animal. For this example, we will choose dog as the animal type. Select the animal type. Again, for purposes of this tutorial, we will assume that we know the animal's name. Once you have selected your search terms, initiate a search by clicking the search button. Our search didn't yield any results, so we need to create an animal. Click on Create Animal to create a new animal record. Choose the animal type. Select the breed from the list. Choose the gender. Choose the animal size. Select the primary color option. Once you have entered all relevant information, click Save. Select the animal number from the list. In this case, it is ANM 25003357. Select the role that the animal is portraying in the activity. Once you are satisfied with the information entered, click Save. This guide covered navigating and utilizing various features in PetLogix to create activities, persons, and animals effectively. That concludes the activity creation training.